What's up, you guys? It's Portia on the Journey, back with another Like That video. It's been a quick minute since I've seen you guys to talk to you guys, and I want to apologize, but I've been very, very busy with my Coached by Portia segment, which is blowing up. It's amazing how much you guys are trusting me with your stories, with your situations, whatever's going on with you guys. Let me see. I wanted to get a little bit better lighting. Shout out to my dad. My dad is investing into everything that I'm doing. He believes in me. He trusts me. And I just love and appreciate you for that. Hearing you tell people on the phone, make sure you subscribe to her channel, things like that. It makes me feel amazing. Another person I want to shout out is Alicia. Girl, you have hooked my hair up. Like, I'm feeling super cute now. Thank you. If you guys know that you're in my area and you want to get your hair done, looking fly like this, hit up Alicia on Facebook. You can reach her by typing in Alicia, that's Alesia, Denise, that's Deniece, Alicia Denise, and you can find her on Facebook. That's if you know that you're in my area, because homegirl got me looking fly, okay? All right, so anyway, like I said, I've been really, really focused on my Coach by Portia segment, and it's been crazy. I love that you guys are trusting me to help you with any of your problems. But I did run across a couple of people that were saying, as soon as we thought about getting clean, or as soon as I thought about starting my journey to sobriety, there were a few things that stopped me. And one thing in particular was having issues with guilt and shame, which I can totally relate. There were times when I wanted to get clean, and that guilt and that shame would come across me, and I was just like, And then I would get just like really sad and depressed, and I would normally go back and get high again. So with that being said, I really wanted to make a video specifically on this topic. I wrote things down because I'm basically gonna make this video all about these different tips that I put together. It's 5 tips to get past guilt and shame, because it is so important, and it's something that I could relate to, that stopped me from starting my journey to sobriety. And we're taking those things down. We're eliminating all these issues and everything that's coming our way to stop us from starting our journey to just a better life. Like, you guys, I feel so much better now that I am a clean person. All right, so let's get into it. Before I get into those specific 5 tips, I do want to let you guys know that it's very important that you understand the difference between guilt and shame, so that you can let go of that guilt, let go of that shame, and move on. So for one, it's okay to feel guilty. Just know that when you have feelings of guilt, that means that you have a conscience. That means that you have moralistic beliefs. That means that something you did, because like when you're using drugs, you do things that are way out of your normal character. We lie, we cheat, we steal. There's so many things that we do that if we do feel a bit of guilt, sorry, I think I was spitting. If we do feel a bit of guilt, that means that we have some type of ground or moral standard for ourselves when we're not using, that actually causes us to feel the guilt. Otherwise, then it wouldn't matter the things that we did. So it's definitely okay to feel guilt. That lets you know that you have some type of background or some type of voice in your head letting you know, like, look, that's not even right. So, guilt does serve a purpose. Also, it helps you to understand what you did wrong and why you did it. And that will help you figure out exactly how to go about fixing those things. Now, as far as shame, it's totally not okay to feel shame, but it's normal to feel it. With shame, you get all down in the dumps. You feel like there's no way out. There's absolutely nothing I can do. So before we get into the 5 steps or the 5 tips to getting past guilt and shame, I just wanted to make sure that I cleared up that there is a difference between guilt and shame. There's like something following me. Okay. All right, so let's get right into it. Tip number 1, do not be in denial. you guys, be honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with anyone else, be honest with yourself first. If you're not in denial, it'll definitely help you. It will be the very, very first tip, first start of your tips to getting past guilt and shame. Do not be in denial. Admit to yourself what it is that you may have done. Like I said, whether it's cheating, lying, stealing, you have to admit that you did something wrong to yourself before you can make any other steps. One thing that I did, and I suggest that you guys do it also, write yourself an apology. I wrote myself an apology and I read it out loud for a couple nights, until I was able to move past that first step of admitting it to myself. Tip number 2, ask for forgiveness. If there's something or someone in particular that you feel that you have hurt in any type of way, ask that person for forgiveness. Admit to that person what it is that you did wrong. Offer them a heartfelt apology. Don't BS about your apology. Make sure that you're serious about this thing and you want things to change and you want that relationship to be repaired and you want to build that bond back up again. Offer a sincere, heartfelt apology. That will definitely help you with asking for forgiveness. Also, accept the response that you get. You cannot expect people to be ready to forgive you right then and there. But it's still important that you ask for that forgiveness. Just don't expect any type of specific response, because you're only going to set yourself up. You're only going to hurt yourself in the end. Everybody has their own timing, the same way you had your own timing, even being able to offer that apology in the first place. So don't put any pressure on these people when you come to them and you ask for forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness and leave it there. Be patient. Just wait on, whatever it is that you're looking for in return. And I suggest you don't look for anything, because forgiveness is about self. Sometimes there's people out here that will never forgive you, but you still have to move on for yourself. All right. So tip number 3, learn from your mistake. Don't be out here admitting to yourself what you did wrong, asking for forgiveness, and turning around and doing the exact same thing over again. Now, don't get me wrong. I got clean before I relapsed again. I'll tell stories of that. However, this is definitely important so that you don't make those same mistakes. Learn from the mistakes that you have made. Do not repeat those same mistakes. Think of the consequences that came behind them and do not repeat those same actions. Tip number 4, take care of yourself. When you put yourself through that type of trauma, sometimes not getting the response that you're looking for or not getting a response as quickly as you would like could cause you to go into some type of funk. So it's a great idea to seek therapy if you need to. That's also why I am offering free and flexible segments right here on the YouTube channel, Coached by Portia. Check in my About Me section and in the description of this video to find out how you can ask me questions, you can ask for my advice, and I will give you the best of my ability of any advice I have to offer, any questions that I can answer. I'm offering this all day long, flexible, free services, because I have a lot of gems to give. I really, really do. And not just about addiction. I just have a lot of gems to give. So I'm definitely putting this segment out there. If you can afford it, or if you have health insurance, make sure you get a counselor. Also, things like your anxiety can be triggered. So it's important that you are always making sure you're eating properly, drinking your natural alkaline water, taking care of yourself so that your mental state can be in the best shape possible, because what you're about to go through is not necessarily an easy thing. Trust me, I'm going through it right now. It's not an easy thing. So make sure you're taking care of yourself, because even though it's not an easy thing, it is definitely a necessary thing. It is definitely a rewarding thing. It is something that I will never, ever, ever tell anyone that I regret. Getting clean, and which entailed me actually getting past some guilt and some shame that I felt, because I did things that was not me. I did things that I wouldn't have done had I been clean or sober and in my most healthy mental state. So this is definitely a process. It's definitely something, I use the word definitely a lot, but anyway, it's definitely something that will take a toll on you if you're not taking care of yourself. So I encourage you guys to do that. Tip number 5, the final tip: do not be a hypocrite, you guys. The same way you want people to not judge you, there's other people that haven't made it to where you have. Don't judge them. Just because you got clean doesn't mean that you could just talk about everybody that went through what you're going through and, be a bad person to them. That's not cool. Same way that you want forgiveness, make sure that you have a forgiving heart. Make sure that people that are doing things, even if it has nothing to do with addiction, make sure that those people that are doing things to you, you are forgiving them. Because like I said, forgiveness is for self. So these are the things that I wanted to give you guys, the 5 tips to help you get past guilt and shame. I hope that this video was beneficial for you guys. If you liked what you saw in this video, whether it be my hair, the advice I had to give, Coach by Portia segment, hit the thumbs up. Make sure that you guys like my video, subscribe to my channel, comment, give me any type of feedback, and share. And remember, when I say share, I mean hit the share link and post this to any of your social media sites. And remember, I'm Portia on a journey, and you can be too. So let's get started.